Good afternoon. So this video is going to be about the benefits of home ownership, and I'm going to just tell a short story. It's a true story, and it might make you think, about this if you're somebody that's been putting that off for some time. So anyway, there was a couple, and they lived in Stockton, California, and so they had wanted to buy a home for quite some time, and they were renting a property. The landlord or the owner of the property was pretty old, like I'm going to say in their 70s. Well, not that that's old. But anyway, so they were, this couple, they were renting the property for about 10 years. And the owner of the property kept the rent extremely low. It was based at about $200 per month, and she never raised the rent. And the going rents in the area were at about $1,000 at the time, as a regular 3-bedroom, 2-bath house. And so anyway, these people, they thought, wow, we've got great rent. Nobody else, everybody else is renting for about $1,000 a month. Why pass up this deal? We're saving a lot of money. Well, they were able to live a little slightly better life, because they did have that extra money. But in the meantime, the prices of the real estate in the area kept going up, rents kept going up, and they thought, oh, this is great, our rents never go up. We're only paying $200 a month, and which is great. People would say, well, I'd do the same thing probably. So anyway, what happened was the owner of the property, as she got older, she eventually passed away. The property went to her children, and then her children said, hey, these rents are really low. We need to raise them up to the going rate. So they raised the rent from $200 up to $1,000, because that's what the rent should have been. So they did that. In the meantime, this couple that had been there for about 10 years, they could not afford the $1,000 a month in rent, and at this point the home prices had gone up so much they could no longer qualify to even purchase a house. They definitely, if they couldn't afford the higher rent, well, then they probably wouldn't qualify. They wouldn't be able to make the house payment at that point. But if they would have stretched themselves just a little bit and had purchased a home, many years prior, then they wouldn't be in that shape, at that time. And the problem with that is that if somebody, if somebody is up in their 60s or 70s or even 50s, and if they don't have some kind of property, that they can call their own, then when they go to retire, if they have to pay the current rents, in California, and it's similar in most other states within the U.S., but maybe not quite as high, maybe quite a bit less actually. But if the person doesn't have a big savings account, and I think 40% of the people in the U.S. only have a couple of $100s in their savings accounts. So anyway, if they don't have money saved up, and suddenly they're hit with really high rents, then they're going to be living their senior years in poverty. You know, if they don't want to live in poverty, then they probably need to go to plan B, and that's going to be to, I would say, move to a cheaper area. You know, maybe they end up living in a trailer. Maybe they move to another country. You know, so anyway, if you're somebody and you're in your 20s or 30s, I mean, the age doesn't matter but so much, but you really should think about purchasing a home. Don't put it off until you're in your 40s or something like that, because you're going to pay a higher price. Now, currently our market has been extremely high for a long time, and the prices are finally coming down. So the last time they came down like this, it created a real opportunity for people to purchase at a low price and pretty much gain instant equity, you know, when they did purchase, as the prices always fluctuate and always go typically a little bit higher than the last peak of the market. So somewhere in the next 6 months to a year, if you're considering purchasing a home, it would be probably a wise decision, and it's a real opportunity. And I am a licensed agent, you know, in California, and I'm just doing this video as an informational thing. I'm not trying to drum up business or anything like that. But I am saying, hey, you know, take advantage of this opportunity that's going to arise here within the next, I don't have a crystal ball, and the only way to track it is to track the home prices when they do bottom out. And you can usually tell by the amount of homes that are coming on the market, at least an agent can, amount of homes that are coming on the market, amount of pending listings, and the amount of pending sales. So yeah, the last time this took place was probably back in 2000, I'm going to say 2008 is about, it actually started about 2006 is when the market started to fluctuate a little bit and go down. And then by 2007, 2008, you started to see an increase in foreclosures, and then that market continued down, you know, for several years. So there's a real likelihood that that's going to happen again, and it's already started to happen in many areas right now. So yeah, so if you're somebody that's sitting on the sidelines, it's like, you know, if you were renting and you had to pay $1,000, then let's say your home purchase, you know, maybe that payment's $1,200. But with that home purchase, well, the interest is usually tax deductible, you know, so it works out in your benefit. And then if you get the appreciation on the property, you know, if that property goes up 10% and you paid $100,000 for it, well, now you've got something worth $110,000. And then in a couple of years, maybe the property's at maybe it's gone up 30%. Then you have something worth $130,000, and it's a good way to make money. It's a good way to make your life a little more stable. And again, you know, it's not for everybody, but if you want a brighter future as far as home ownership goes, it's definitely a good way to go. So anyway, I hope this gave you a little bit of information. You know, when opportunity comes your way, take advantage of it. Don't just say, oh, I'll put this off for a couple years until things get easier for me when I'm making another 10,000 or something in income. Do what you need to do to make it happen and take advantage of it, and you'll be glad you did. So, all right. Hey, thank you for watching. Have a good day or evening, whatever time it is, wherever you are. All right. Thanks. Bye.